I know some people will be thinking when they get to Canada, they can easily find a job to help them support themselves. Aside the fact that you are limited in the number of hours you'll be working, getting a job in Canada these days is not that easy. A couple of years ago, yes, it was much easier. But since COVID, that is a different story. Since COVID, it has become much more difficult for you to find a job. I know a lot of people who get to Canada and in 2, 3, 4 months, they've still not found a job yet. And especially when you are coming as a student, because of your school schedule, it makes it difficult for you to find a job that has that flexible hours for you to be able to work and still school. And you need to school to be able to maintain your visa. So you cannot forego the school. So mostly people who are coming here as students work in places like Walmart, McDonald's, Tim Hortons, and the likes. And mostly it works for them. But as I said, in the last couple of years, it's becoming more and more difficult for people to find even those minimum wage jobs. So when you are coming, put it at the back of your mind that there is a chance you may not be able to get a job in your next few months. So taking aside your tuition fees, which you must have already paid before you get here, how much rent are you going to pay in a month? If you don't get a job in the next 3 months, will you be able to pay your rent on time? Because if you don't, you are going to be evicted. And that aside, your expenses, food, bills, most rent comes with the bill, they include it. So especially if you are going for a shared apartment. So that is mostly not really a problem. But the problem is also about your food and other expenses. So these have to also come in. And one thing you'd have to also understand is Canada is not like back home where you can just move in with a friend and expect them to host you. No. If you find someone in Canada to host you even for a week, you should be really grateful because not many people will do that because they cannot have that burden on them for that long. Because most people in Canada live hand to mouth. By the time their month is ending, their money is almost finished. And as a result, they cannot host you or help you. So you have to be ready to independently take care of yourself and not to depend on others. And one thing I also say is it's better for you to find yourself a room before you get here. Or ask someone to help you find a room, especially someone who live around. Or you may get here and be stranded. You can equally also just get yourself a hotel, Airbnb, a short stay place for a few days or maybe a week just to look for a room when you get here. And at the airport, they also need your address, which is what makes it wise to find a place or get yourself a hotel or an Airbnb before you get here. I hope this one helps so that you don't get here before you start complaining.